your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, no decision yet. That was the decision Monday night on the Gering City Council agenda item for selecting a franchise to bring a new baseball team to Oregon Trail Park Stadium next year. The council decided to table the item just a little bit longer at the request of Councilmember Susan Wiedemann, who spoke for the city's Recreation Committee.
I'm going to make a motion to table this. We need to do a little more research into the leagues and the owners. And we would just like to table it at this time and then hopefully maybe hold a special meeting next week and make this decision. So I make a motion to table this item.
When asked by Michael Gillen if an extra week would cause a problem for the successful candidate, Wiedemann said it shouldn't, as it would be a very brief delay. She told reporters committee members wanted the additional time to talk with more stakeholders in other communities where the three applicants have teams.
We want to make sure that we do our due diligence and get as much information as we can, and that's why we want to do a little bit more research before we make a recommendation.
The date and time of the special meeting has yet to be announced, but that will likely happen soon due to statutory public notice publication requirements for such meetings. Well, a 22-year-old Scottsbluff man who earlier this year pled guilty to a charge of second-degree assault following a fall stabbing has avoided prison. Jordan Fuentes was arrested following an investigation into an October 4th stabbing that occurred in the alley of the 1700 block between Broadway and Avenue A. In March, a charge of use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony was dropped in exchange for the guilty plea. Last week in Scottsbluff County District Court, Judge Leo Dobrovony sentenced Fuentes to 3 years of probation and nearly $2,400 in restitution to pay for the victim's medical bills. And Alliance Police Chief David Levitt has pulled the department's request to buy flock safety cameras and license plate readers from next year's city budget. The system was being considered to help track stolen vehicles, find missing people, and support criminal investigations. But Levitt says growing public concern nationwide and here in Nebraska over data privacy and potential misuse played a role in the decision. Levitt said the decision isn't a rejection of technology. Rather, it's a decision that this is the right time for them to pause, adding that shifting laws, court rulings, and a tight city budget also factored in. He stressed most agencies use the technology responsibly, but says public trust does matter. The department plans to revisit camera and license plate technology in the future budget cycles, possibly with Flock, another provider, or no system at all. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Area firefighters, the clock is ticking to sign up for the West Nebraska Engine Academy as registration closes September 1st. The Academy gives firefighters of all experience levels a chance to train alongside an incident management team in a realistic, large-scale exercise. Participants work through live fire operations, water handling, structure triage, heavy equipment, and more. Firefighters can attend simply to build skills, and no qualifications are needed, but those seeking evaluation for a position-specific role are required to have a current red card and an open task book. Organizers are also looking for qualified evaluators and volunteers to serve on the incident management team. To register, download the registration form and email it to firedept@gering.org. And U.S. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins is heading back to Nebraska, set to speak at the State Fair's Federal Issues Forum on August 31st. She'll be joined by Senator Pete Ricketts and Deb Fisher, who organize the event annually to discuss federal issues affecting the state. Rollins has visited Nebraska several times as Ag Secretary, including a trip this spring to view wildfire damage in the western part of the state. Today's closing numbers on KNEB.TV News brought to you by Chad Hobbs, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Scottsbluff.
Winter is coming, but the interest isn't. For the first time ever, Renewal by Andersen is offering 0% for 48 months. That's 2030. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home, so don't wait for the snowflakes to fall. Get winter ready now with our energy-efficient Acclaim replacement windows and Ensemble entry doors. 0% for 4 years is a first-time offer you don't want to miss. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Local stuff. Broadcasts are coming up each of the next 2 nights. On tap this evening, we've got the start of the high school volleyball season. It'll be Gering visiting Alliance. Gering coming off a state tournament appearance a year ago, and they've got the top 8 players from last year's team back to give it a go again this season. Jeff Kelly will be in Alliance tonight with the broadcast on KMOR 93.3, first serve at around 6:30. And it's a biggie on the diamond tonight in Gering. Dome Rock Diamond's the spot for rivalry softball, with Gering hosting Scottsbluff. The Bearcats record 5-1 after a home win over Sterling on Tuesday. Gering opened going 2-3 last weekend over 2 days in Hastings and Aurora. I'll be there tonight with it for you on 107.3 The Trail. Now a look ahead to tomorrow night. We'll have 2 high school football games on our network stations. We'll start with Scottsbluff. Expectations remain high for the Bearcats as always, and they'll open at Bearcat Stadium at home against Lincoln Pius. Head coach Judd Hall talks about what he expects from the visitors.
I think they're going to bring a team that's really full of energy. There's a lot of momentum behind their program right now. Kind of paid attention to some social media stuff over here over the last couple of weeks. Coach Grindy's only the 4th coach in their program history, which is really crazy to think about. So he's excited about his opportunity, excited about his role. They've had a lot of guys participating in their summer stuff. It's going to be a huge challenge for us on Friday night. They were a Class B qualifier last year. Bring back 9-10 starters on throughout their offense and defense. So it's going to be a huge challenge for us on Friday.
Kickoff tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Broadcast will be on the Trail. And Gering also home tomorrow for their season opener. The now annual matchup with Torrington. The Bulldogs off back-to-back playoff years, but they graduated a real nice group off last year's team. For Torrington, a week 0 game that won't count for their record over in Wyoming. Gering coach Danny O'Boyle has some keys to a victory.
Anytime you're in the first week of the season, penalties are going to be big. Keeping penalties at inopportune times is out of the equation is going to be big for both teams. The turnover battle, obviously huge. And I think it's going to come down to, who can withstand the charges up front. Like I said, I think Torrington's going to give us everything we can handle. So I'm really looking forward to see how our offensive line and our defensive line respond to that. If we can hold our own for a little bit at the line of scrimmage, I think that'll give us a good chance to be successful.
Gering opens tomorrow at home against Torrington. KMOR coverage starts at 6:30. Also today, high school football with 4 games involving teams here in the region. Trayton will be on or near the sidelines for Hemmingford at Baird tonight, plus the start of the boys' tennis and cross-country seasons. That's the latest today from the Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
In a world where retirement meant slowing down, these residents had other plans. The competition has never been more fierce. Okay, maybe not fierce, but definitely fun. There's one community that refuses to slow down. The Residency, where the trophies are big and the personalities even bigger.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Your first home. It's more than walls and a roof. It's where life begins, where laughter fills the rooms and dreams start to take shape. At Platte Valley Bank, we're here to make the first step easier with free consultations and pre-qualification so you can move forward with confidence. From your first mortgage to your forever home, Platte Valley Bank is here for you every step of the way. You belong here.
And finally tonight, following the graduation of 6 seniors from last year's 13 and 19 season, the door is open for a group of athletes to display their leadership skills as the Bridgeport program prepares for the 2026 volleyball season. KNEB's Trayton Harmon caught up with the squad as they prep for the new season.
This season has been really fun. These girls are a competitive group. We have young girls who have come up and really taken big roles. We have veterans who have some experience, and just overall, there's been a lot of enthusiasm. It's a very different team than last year. We knew that there were going to be big gaps and holes to fill, and you see these girls working hard to fill those gaps. We're seeing leadership at all levels, and it's just been a very fun team to be a part of. I think the biggest thing that we are focused on, it is something every time we hit the court, we are very cognizant of, is being consistent. How can we not ride the roller coaster of highs and lows and really just maintain a constant level of play that we know we're capable of. To us, the biggest thing is that every time we hit the court, every game we have, we are focused on how can we better ourselves. And that is something you'll see in our practices. It's something you hear the girls talking about, holding each other accountable to.
We got a lot of new girls, and everyone's really stepping up, even the freshmen, and they're all doing awesome. And everyone is really competing for each spot every single day. So it makes every single day competitive for sure.
We have a lot of young people on the team, which is a good thing. They bring a lot of energy. It's definitely competitive in this gym. Every spot is going to get filled, and it's going to be hard to pick who goes where. Just never giving up, I think. Starting off really strong in games and just being connected and knowing that wherever the ball's going to be, trusting each other to get there and be there for each other.
And we have a really good group of girls that are really hardworking, and we all put in the effort, and we're all there for each other. I think everybody really wants the spots, and they're all really working towards it. Team goal we're shooting for is state. I think just really working with each other and not letting mistakes get to us, just coming back from mistakes.
I think there's a lot of high competition, and we have a lot of athletic girls and really driven girls, and that can persevere through anything. We really get to start fresh and create a whole new team dynamic, and it's just really fun to be around new girls and create new relationships.
Really just lock in and get our stuff done during practice, and we'll have a great season.
Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.